So, what was Operation Market Garden? Operation Market Garden was an unsuccessful World War II military operation fought in the Netherlands for a week, starting September 17, 1944. The goal was to send a salient into German territory with a bridgehead over the River Rhine, creating an invasion route into northern Germany. It consisted of two parts, the market and the garden. The market was the airborne part, flying the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions and also the British 1st Airborne Division, drop off the troops, and start the garden. The garden was the land part, rush in with the element of surprise, take all the bridges, and set up a bridgehead at the Rhine. However, everything seemed to go horribly wrong straight off the start. To start things off, they were limited on planes, as the weather was bad and the people supplying them with planes didn't want to risk losing the planes to the weather, so they only let them have a few at a time. This would drastically raise the amount of time to deploy all of the troops, and the element of surprise would be weakened by a significant margin. Not only that, but they also landed too far from their desired landing zone, raising the time needed to reach the objective and ruining the element of surprise even more. And to top it all off, they didn't account for the Germans having tanks, and didn't arm their troops enough to fend off two SS Panzer divisions. In the end, they were unable to reach far enough and failed to take all of the bridges, ultimately resulting in almost complete failure. About 7,500 people either ended up as prisoners or dead. The element of surprise was now completely gone, and they would no longer be able to attempt a similar operation ever again. Next time they fought to take the bridge, they would have to do it loudly. The operation's failure wasn't complete and utter though. They managed to liberate a large portion of the Netherlands, and it was especially helpful during such a time when the Dutch were undergoing famine. To this day, Operation Market Garden serves both as an example of great courage and an example of great failure. Veterans who served in the operation are viewed as strong and legendary, and it remains one of the most well-known historical events of World War II.